Next up on the list for our team preview tour is the AFC West, and the first team we're going to select will be the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to deep dive into them. No more Tyreek Hill, guys, so we really got to see who is going to be that next guy other than Travis Kelce. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! First up on our list for the Kansas City Chiefs will be obviously Travis Kelce. All right, Travis Kelce is basically not even a tight end. He's another wide receiver. This weapon that they have here finished as tight end number 2. He has a current ADP of 12 overall. He's going in first rounds of drafts, and it is 100% warranted. All right, with the key departure of Tyreek Hill, we have a little more things we have to factor into this offense, okay? We're looking at Tyreek Hill. We're looking at the target share of Tyreek Hill, as you see right here. 25% target share and a 25.3 target share in the red zone. So those are two huge factors that are going to be put on, some to Travis Kelce's plate and some to the other pass catchers that they have, and we'll get in depth with them because it's going to be a little bit of a wait and see type of situation. But Kelce, all right, at the 12 ADP, go and get him this year. We're looking at consistency. 6 years in a row of over 1,000 receiving yards from Travis Kelce. And he finished number 2 in 2021. This is his worst performance since 2017. That type of track record you cannot fade as long as he's healthy. We haven't seen much decline. If we look in 2021, he looked phenomenal. Okay, yes, you can say Tyreek from spreading the floor, but he's still a great route runner and great separator at that tight end position, and he will destroy any vast majority of safeties, linebackers, whoever they try to put on this man. He is a mismatch still. Until we see an injury from Travis Kelce, we're hammering that button 100%. So go get him. Number 2 on our list for the Kansas City Chiefs will be Patrick Mahomes, one of our favorite quarterback options year after year. Absolute consistency from this guy, whether it's throwing the ball and the upside with his legs. Patrick Mahomes is a total package in fantasy football. Another canonical type of quarterback we have here, but he takes the arm talent to a whole nother level. So don't ever believe what the heck Tyreek Hill is talking about with Tua and Patrick Mahomes. All right, Tua's not better than Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so for this year, he finished as QB4 in 2021. Current ADP is now 47. It is dropping on a day-to-day basis. As you see that -4 right there. A couple days ago, he was ADP 45. We're getting more news about him getting more acclimated to MBS, to Skye Moore, to Mecole Harmon, who he has a rapport with already, to JuJu. So there's a lot of options there. Who will be the number 1 wide receiver for Patrick Mahomes to connect to? There's already been reports that it's going to be more of a spread offense. It's not definite, Kelce Hill, like it used to be. It's going to be spread around. It could be a JuJu week. It could be a MVS week. It could be a Skye Moore week. That's what they're leading on to be. So it's more of a wait and see when you're talking about which of the specific wide receiver. I have 2 that are going to be my favorites. But for Patrick Mahomes in fantasy football, I need you guys to do not overdraft him, all right? This is a different situation here. We do not have 100% certainty on Patrick Mahomes without Tyreek Hill. If we're going to Patrick Mahomes, how he did without Tyreek Hill, we had to go all the way back to 2019. He had he had 221 fantasy point games, had a 30.9 and 35.6, okay? That was all the way in 2019, obviously much mature, but different weapons now with the Kansas City Chiefs. So he still has that great upside. The reason why I'm saying don't overdraft him, take him around round 4. If he's there around 5, that's an absolute steal. But start it at round 4. I don't want to see no round 2, round 3 Patrick Mahomes drafting, all right? It's not the same thing. We could see a possible, if we're looking at the stats, the passing yards should be right around the same, 4,700, 48, right around there. The touchdowns could fluctuate. I think that one thing that will get better is going to be pass completion and passing attempts. and passes. Okay, so with Tyreek Hill, you get a nice deep bomb. That's the whole series. It could be one play, 80 yards, touchdown. Now we're in a scenario with no more Tyreek Hill, even though they do have MVS who has those type of capabilities, that we might have to be more of a gradual build the series and get your touchdown with Patrick Mahomes. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays to get you a touchdown, when it could have been, when it used to be 2 to 3, and then boom, the Kansas City Chiefs are up really quickly on other teams. So we'll see about that. But right now, take him at his current ADP right now, at that 47, at that round 4, round 5 turn. All right, definitely take him there. Do not early draft on him. We still love other guys like Josh Allen. There's still other guys at the QB position that have that big type of upside. Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson with the legs. All right, do not overdraft Patrick Mahomes. He is still a great value where he's going currently right now. Don't overdo it. Number 3 on our list will be JuJu SmithSchuster. This is our first wide receiver we're going to talk about in this Kansas City Chiefs new offense right here, coming over from the Steelers and all his TikTok and tantrum. He said he was going to stop this, but he's still doing the TikTok stuff. I don't know, and we need him to be 100% focused, all right? JuJu SmithSchuster has all the upside. If we're looking at his previous years, in 2018, he bursted on the scene. Those first 2 years, 2017 and 2018, he was 100% solid. Then after that, we got into a lot of injuries, and then a declining Ben Roethlisberger, and we saw a big downgrade of JuJu SmithSchuster. If we can get that 2018 season, could be possible. I'm not saying 1,400 yards. I don't know about that. But if we get around to the 900 to 1,000 range and get 4 or 5 touchdowns, that is possible. We need him to be 100% focused, but the prospects here, he has Travis Kelce on his side, he has Patrick Mahomes throwing them, and he has Andy Reid orchestrating the offense. So there is upside, but it's going to cost you a price. Around round 5, round 6 area, JuJu Smith is going at that current ADP of 57. Like I said, round 5, wide receiver 27, all right? Now, if we're looking at the money, there are a lot of question marks here. Yes, the target share is opening, so it can spread to him. But if we're looking at the money, he's only getting paid $2.8 million, all right? They're not fully invested in JuJu. There's more of a wait and see. Show us, JuJu, are you worth your contract, what they gave him in his first year? So JuJu SmithSchuster, I would, dissipate expectations on him just a little bit. If he falls in that round 6, round 7 range, then we can consider him. But right now, JuJu is not my favorite Kansas City Chief wide receiver, and I would be fading him at his current ADP. Wide receiver 2 option on the Kansas City Chiefs, and which could be my favorite. I have 2 guys that are my favorite on this offense. MVS is up there, and we'll talk about the next guy very soon, but Marquez ValdesScanlon is the guy that they brought over from the Green Bay Packers, who is pretty much Tyreek Hill light. If we're looking at that 40-yard dash, this is the reason why they brought him over here. He has world-class speed. 40-yard dash was 4.37. It's very similar to Tyreek Hill. You saw what he was able to do sparingly in Green Bay, because he was just subjugated to running the deep routes, but he is more than that, okay? If we're looking at the reports currently right now, out of camp for Marquez ValdesScanlon, you're already seeing great news. He has a strong connection with Patrick Mahomes, and he got paid the most out of all of their wide receivers that they got right now. JuJu, MVS, Skye Moore on a rookie contract, and Mecole Hardman, who's in his last year of his deal. Marquez ValdesScanlon got paid 3 years, $30 million, essentially $10 million a year. Technically, if you're looking at the cap, it is a $4.8 million hit this season. And then it gets a huge bump up the last 2 seasons. So Marquez ValdesScanlon is getting paid the big bucks. If you follow the money, usually it's going to point you in the right direction. Who's going to be leading in the backfields or in the wide receiver core, okay? They're putting an investment on this player. They want to receive the dividends from that player. That is what technically happens in these situations. So Marquez ValdesScanlon has the opportunity to really separate from the other guys. He has exceptional speed, and the best thing about this, he's not only good at the deep routes, he was really good at the intermediate routes, catching the ball and then breaking a few tackles and then taking it to the house with his straight line speed. So MVS has the ability to really be a breakout wide receiver this season. Current ADP is at 97.8. Okay, that's going down. All right, it was 96 a couple days ago. Now it's at 97.8. No one's thinking about it because no one knows who to choose in this Kansas City wide receiver core. MVS is going to be one of my favorite selections in that round 9, round 10 range. You get you someone that can really take you to the fantasy football playoffs. And Marquez ValdesScanlon has exceptional speed, agility. Everything is there. He just needed an opportunity, and he wasn't getting that opportunity in Green Bay because he was limited to certain route tree. All right, they're opening up. Andy Reid is opening up for MVS. And you should 100% go get him in your fantasy football drafts. Next up on the list will be Skye Moore, rookie wide receiver out of Western Michigan. And this was one of the steals of the draft for the Kansas City Chiefs. In a whole, they did really well just building their supporting cast around Patrick Mahomes after losing Tyreek Hill. They really filled a need right here. And the best comparable is Golden Tate, and that's what he is. Exceptional route runner, great with his hands. He's a very sure-handed catcher. We're already seeing highlights of him and Patrick Mahomes working together. Great highlights from him, outstretching, showing his catch radius, fingertip catches from Skye Moore that we're seeing right here. And if we're looking just a little bit about him in Western Michigan, catching balls from Caleb Ellaby, he had an exceptional 36.88 target share and 70% of his 135 targets, man. So he was very sure-handed, unless it was just a quarterback throwing it off. Skye Moore is coming down with the ball, okay? 4.41 speed. So everything is there, and the opportunity is there with the target share that is left from Tyreek Hill. 25% target share. Do not be afraid of Mecole Hardman, all right? JuJu is more of a clown, and like I said, I do like MVS because he has those capabilities of going deep, and he has that exceptional speed, so they can really get creative with him. But Skye Moore can be that Rashad Bateman type of wide receiver, sure-handed, intermediate route, and shorter than that. Just getting him in space and letting him create. He's going to come down with the ball, right? He's a very sure-handed wide receiver, and you're seeing him at a current ADP of 96. That has dropped, okay? So that has dropped from 91 all the way down around about 97. So you're still in that round 9, round 10 range in Skye Moore. And this is where I want to get the Kansas City value. So we're looking early for Travis Kelce. Then if we're looking for a wide receiver, skip JuJu. I want you to take Skye Moore or take MVS and take it to the bank, because they're going to have the boom weeks. We have no idea what kind of JuJu we're going to see, right? No idea. He has all the potential, but the head is not there. But these guys that are coming in, we have a hungry MVS who's waiting to show himself, to prove that he can be a next level wide receiver. Didn't get that chance with the Green Bay Packers. And Skye Moore has the pedigree coming from college, being a number one and taking a huge target share. He can come over to the Kansas City Chiefs and claim that missing piece with Patrick Mahomes. So definitely go get you Skye Moore in that round 9, round 10 range. Next up on the list will be one of the dark horse options in this offense, Mecole Hardman, wide receiver 48 in 2021, has a great rapport with Patrick Mahomes. 2019 round 2 selection, very similar to Skye Moore in that regards, but he has speed, he has run after catch ability. He just hasn't, made into expectations. He's really hasn't stepped to that next level because of Tyreek Hill and because of Travis Kelce. This is his opportunity in his 4th NFL season to take it to that next level. The question will be, can he? All right, can he outperform Skye Moore? Can he outperform MVS? The real big connotation that we got from the Chiefs was, why are they paying this much money to MVS? Why are they going out to get JuJu SmithSchuster? if they really believed in Mecole Hardman, right? They really, really don't, okay? So there should have been a reason why they didn't go after all these guys to build around Patrick Mahomes. It's because they don't fully trust, and they haven't seen it from Mecole Hardman. Yes, he has the ability to take it to the house on any catch, all right? That's why he's mainly on the special team, and he has some few bright spots last year. So that's why he's currently at ADP 128. So we're going to leave him in that round 12, round 13 range. And then you can be speculative if you want to take that chance on Mecole Hardman. He can do it. The prospects are there. The questions are there as well. And I'd rather lean to MVS, and I'd rather lean to the young guy who they just drafted in round 2 in Skye Moore. So stay away from Mecole Hardman. Last but not least, for the Kansas City Chiefs will be the running back position. Now, in the running back room, they got 3 guys you need to worry about. And it was 2, but they just signed a 3rd. And this would really hurt the prospects of Clyde EdwardsHelaire because they just signed Jerick McKinnon. Okay, so if we're putting Jerick McKinnon to the side, Clyde EdwardsHelaire was a first-round pick, and he's yet to produce. He's another guy, just like Mecole Hardman. He hasn't reaped the rewards. He hasn't taken his game to the next level, okay? And we're seeing continuous problems. Either it's injury or either weight problems. He showed up in the last year at a weight of 160 pounds. This man is supposed to be 207 running back. How do you show up 100? That's a huge difference. You can't just be 40 pounds underweight and you're a running back in the NFL. So he's having a lot of issues every time he comes in, and you're seeing no explosiveness. As you're looking at his 40-yard dash, it's 4.6. That is horrible. He's slower than Ronald Jones. He's slower. Obviously, Jerick McKinnon is great. He's fast. But Ronald Jones is 4.5. He's slower than that. I don't know what they saw out of him, taking him in that first round from LSU. There was question marks of him coming out and going that early. So Kansas City Chiefs, he has the prospects. He has the opportunity. You want to take a running back in this Kansas City Chiefs offense, but there are continual question marks coming out of Clyde EdwardsHelaire. I want to root for him. I want to take him, especially at this ADP of 79. He's going super late, round 7, round 8. You get you someone in this great offense, Andy Reid running back, but there's always a problem. So this one is a wait and see situation. I want to see some positive news coming out of camp. I want to see some preseason games. We're going to wait on this Kansas City Chiefs running back situation here, and he hasn't reached a good yards per carry in the first 2 seasons. Unfortunately, he's getting fed because it's been him and a whole bunch of backups in this Kansas City Chiefs offense. Clyde EdwardsHelaire right now, we're going to put him on the back burner. We're going to look at some other guys that they have in this backfield. Ronald Jones is number 2, all right? He had a situation in Tampa Bay where he needed to have everything perfect, other than the drops. Yes, he dropped it, but Tom Brady needed someone that he can rely on pass protection and holding the rock. There was question marks from Ronald Jones in those situations. He was a solid runner on a decent amount of occasions. That's why they brought him in there to be a punisher, especially in that red zone area. They can utilize Ronald Jones. He can come up and become the number 1. That's a question mark there as well. And then the third option in the Kansas City Chiefs backfield will be Jerick McKinnon in the playoff run. This is why I'm leaning towards him. He's going the latest. Best comparable to Miles Sanders, ADP 193. If you want a super sleeper, this could be the guy. If you want an Andy Reid running back, Jerick McKinnon is the guy. We've seen it in Minnesota. He has that type of upside. If we're looking at the workout metrics, 4.41 speed, 92 percentile speed score, 98 percentile burst score, agility score, and everything across the board is screaming for him to emerge as the number 1. He's going to be my super sleeper because what we saw in that playoff run, if we're just looking at the game log in the playoffs, he outsnapped Clyde EdwardsHelaire 2-1. The game against the Pittsburgh Steelers in that divisional playoff round, 12 carries, 61 yards. He got the receptions as well. He's an elite reception running back. 6 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. That game against the Buffalo Bills, 10 carries. Didn't run well because that was the Buffalo defense, but he was a factor in the receiving game. 5 receptions, 54 yards. And then that game against the Cincinnati Bengals came through, 12 carries, 65 yards, solid, 5.4 yards per carry, chipped in with 3 receptions on 4 targets. Andy Reid is going to go with the best guy that fits this offense. I'm telling you right now, the best guy that fits this offense that can run and catch. Yes, Clyde can do that, but he's slow, plodding runner, and he has a little bit of the drops. But the guy that fits all of these categories for that offense is Jerick McKinnon. They re-signed him for $1.2 million. So if we're just looking at the money, we got Ronald Jones at 1.5, and we got Clyde EdwardsHelaire with 1 year left on his contract. He's at 2.9. So they're going to give Clyde EdwardsHelaire the start first. Obviously, if he falls yet again, if he falters, he gets injured, Jerick McKinnon should be that guy. All right, he 100% should be that guy. If I'm choosing someone, I'm waiting. I want to avoid this situation unless I see more coming out in the news or with my own eyes with the preseason games. If I'm choosing one guy and that's going to be a super, super deep sleeper, I'm taking Jerick McKinnon because I saw it in the playoffs, and that should turn over to this season. And Andy Reid's going to go what works best for this offense, okay? Jerick McKinnon fits that, all right? So look out for him. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's push us. We are currently at 943 subscribers. Our goal is 1K. 1K will be the giveaway. So continue to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. All right, peace out, guys.